Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions.
So we've all heard of it, seen it done in games, and probably done it ourselves. Because if not, well, that's kinda odd. But the thing I'm talking about is a move that's so good, it could put your defender on the floor breaking. You might have guessed it already, but the move I'm talking about is the spin move. This has to be one of the most versatile moves in basketball, considering how many different ways it can be used. But in this video, I'll show you just about every variation and counter needed to master it. So make sure to watch until the end. And the first thing we gotta tackle is the footwork before the spin even happens. And I like to call this the crossover step. This is where your back leg goes over top and in front of your top leg. And it looks a little something like this. Once we've got that down, then comes working on the actual spin. Well, half spin. You want to start off with just a simple half spin to make sure we get the movement correct when we do the actual thing. But once we're done with those half spins, we can get into full spins, but keeping everything tight. This will help us get used to the spinning motion. But now that we got the motion down, you want to do the direct opposite and get into wide spins for distance, going from block to block. This will help you when you need to get range on your spins. Now we're going to use the crossover step we were talking about before and get into a push cross into the spin. Just working on different footworks to get into your spin. So we got the footwork down. Now it's time for the practical, using the spin to get buckets. And we're going to start with different spins into layers. And the first one we got is spins from the left, finishing inside, then outside. Then spins from the right, finishing inside, then outside. Now some of you might be asking yourselves, how can I do some of the fun stuff, like take ankles with the spin? Well, this is where the pullback into the spin comes into play. This might just drop every defender you use it on, or at least have them go in the other direction. Next, we got the cross jab into your spin move. This is a good counter because it really shows that you want to go in the other direction. Now let's switch it up and work on the half spin again, working every side and direction you can do the movement. And as important as layups are, sometimes they aren't an option. For the most part, you're going to be getting into shots from a further distance. So let's get into the mid-range, starting with the tween misdirection into your spin. Now this one should come natural to you, and that's the in and out into the spin move. This will help you get into your spin effortlessly. And then we got spins into the pound stop. This will stop your momentum and help you be more controlled out of the spin move. Then we're going to get into threes, starting with spins for distance along the wing. This will help you on handoffs and screen rejections when you need to gain space to get your shot off. And that's it, y'all. This will help you get a more effective spin move. And if it did, make sure to like and subscribe.
That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.